it's important that we have an open atmosphere where anybody can speak to this council at any time on any issue, and that's what we're seeing here today.
If people want to dress and pretend to be a woman, go ahead. That's your business, not mine.
Sorry, we'll just keep
However, if we're creating policy that allows predators to gain access to these change rooms where women and girls are changing, then I suggest we're on the wrong path.
I am a survivor of childhood sexual abuse and a survivor of adult sexual violence. And I do not need a cis man speaking for me, on behalf of me, or over me, especially on International Women's Day. To hear people so filled with hatred, stereotype, and fuel violent misinformation about trans folks has been incredibly disturbing. The fact is, my abusers were known to me. They were straight cis men. The safety I found was with my friends in the queer community.
I am 10 years old. I use they, them pronouns, and I am transgender non-binary. At what point do I go from being someone you protect to someone who is a threat? Not based on my heart or any of my actions, but just based on my genitalia and your ignorant ideas of what you think who I am means. I deserve to age without fear that the bathroom and change space that allows me to feel safe and at peace will be taken from me. I deserve to become an adult that has freedom to use a change room I need.
I use he, they pronouns, and I am a Saskatoon resident. Now, let's talk about the safety of trans people. Should this be implemented, we would see trans people being unsafe in other change rooms. We already face an extreme amount of harassment and gender-based violence. People who are going into the change rooms that match their biological sex when they do not express their gender in a way that matches that become incredibly unsafe, because then they become targets for violence, for harassment at a higher rate than they already face.
We've already heard that that if this passes, if this change happens, it'll open the door for more hate crime to happen towards the most vulnerable members of our community. And these are not just statistics, they are people, they are citizens, and they are taxpayers here. So they deserve to be treated safely. It is not hyperbole when I say that almost every 2S LGBTQ person here or in the world has fully met someone or looked in the eyes of someone and realized they would rather me dead than simply exist.
I speak in support of the city's stance on gender inclusion, and I believe we should not even entertain the idea of this discussion. Gender inclusivity and inclusivity in general has been historically proven to be safe, much more so than segregation. In the wake of a 2016 debate over gender inclusion policies for public facilities, research was performed to determine if any of these laws had been explicitly used to commit offenses in the United States. No instances were found. Reconfirmed in 2018, not a single verifiable incident occurred within states that upheld gender identity laws.
I cannot speak to the life of a member of the trans community because that is not my life. But I can say, as someone who hopes to be an ally, every person deserves the same rights that I enjoyed while coming here this morning, to live their life as their authentic self while being accorded respect, dignity, and safety in all private and accessible public spaces.